Solving the trigonometric equation sine of x equals 0.8. So every time we are solving a trig equation, we have the trigonometric term isolated, and that's the trigonometric function, sine of x. And on the right hand side, we have a constant, in this case 0.8. So all we need to do here is actually sketch the graph. Let's say the range here is between 0 and 360 for the x values. Now what do we know? The period is 360 divided by 1, so 360 degrees. So that means one full cycle in 360. So I can draw or tick the quadrants here, mainly the 180 and the 360. We know that the amplitude is 1, so the limit, the top limit there will be 1, and the bottom limit will be -1. So what we can do is first sketch the graph of the sine x that starts at 0. So we just a sketch, we have something more or less like that. Then we sketch the graph of the constant y equals 0.8. But 0.8, a constant, is always a straight line, a horizontal line. So roughly here, it doesn't need to be to scale or anything, but that's the graph of the constant. So when we say sine x equals 0.8, we are actually saying find the values of x where the two functions or the graphs of the two functions intercept. That's the graphic approach to it. So we see they intercept here and there. So we could say the first angle that we get will be, so I'll just do the arc here going up to there. So the projection on the x-axis is here. So this will be our first answer. How do we get that answer? We have to do sine inverse using a calculator of 0.8. So if we do that, calculator should be in degrees. So sine inverse of 0.8 gives us, rounded to the nearest whole degree, 53 degrees. So now, what I know, just like mirror image or just the same length of arc, that one is exactly the same as that. So for the second answer, I start from 0 again, and I could keep going until I find that intersection, or the point where the two lines intercept. So it's not really up to 180, it stops before, it's the pink part short, but we know that the pink part is actually worth 53 degrees. So we could say that green angle that is projected here is actually going to be 180 take away 53. So we just calculate that and we get 127 degrees. So finding the first one, we get it from the calculator, and for the second one we just have to look in our quick sketch how far away we are from 180. So 180 take away that. So these two answers, 53 and 127, are the two base answers for this equation.